and taking up more of the labor market. And I don't just mean gigs like musicians and comedians hopping between open mic nights. Instead of a long-term relationship where employees are paid salaries by the hour or year, businesses are temporarily hiring people for specific projects. This shift has made it financially easier for entrepreneurs to find people to get their businesses going without committing long-term to paying employees. And it's allowed early-stage entrepreneurs to find flexible work to support themselves as they develop their product or service. This doesn't mean everyone in the gig economy is an entrepreneur. It's just given more people the labor market. So a more traditional path. And I don't just mean gigs like musicians
right after college
and comedians hopping between open mic nights until you retire or die of boredom. Spreadsheets for life? A long-term relationship where employees are paid salaried employment. And the stability that comes from being a salaried employee with health insurance can be incredibly valuable. Others, like us entrepreneurs, might itch for more independence. In the gig, a couple of ways to make money. In addition to, or instead of, that 9 to 5, you can go online to look for gigs from anywhere. Not business owners, allows workers to build robust portfolios of work and find fulfilling gigs. Having separate jobs can also provide a stronger sense of income security than one full-time job. Even if you lose one, you're the gig economy because we know how to hustle. We're independent thinkers who are comfortable with developing our own diverse income streams, marketing ourselves, and connecting with others. I mean, who has not had a Lyft driver who moonlights as a cinnamon roll artisan, right? But there are still problems with the gig lifestyle. Sure, someone might become a Lyft driver to help fund their sugary dream, but they're almost certainly not doing it because driving strangers around is their passion. For some people, participating in the gig economy is a necessity, not a choice. Scrambling to pay rent and afford food is another reason to have a bunch of gigs. And depending on the country and government, gig workers can have fewer legal protections, like mandatory breaks and standardized pay, or they might have a harder time maintaining insurance and retirement accounts. This makes some countries more attractive to entrepreneurs, such as New Zealand, Singapore, and Denmark, based on the World Bank's annual analysis of the ease of doing business.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ICYIP, Indonesia-Cambodia Youth Initiative Program, this sixth webinar session. And now we will start our webinar, and I'd like to welcome you all to this webinar session. And we have three speakers from Indonesia and Cambodia to talking more about our topic session in this afternoon about talking about entrepreneurship, how Indonesia and Cambodia manage their creative economy, MSMEs, and our social crisis in both countries. So before we start our presentation session from our speaker, I invite to Ms. Thifal I'm sorry. I invite to Ms. Fans as the co-founder of Flow International Cambodia to deliver the opening remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chandri, for giving me the floor. And I would like to good afternoon to all participants and speakers and everyone here. My name is Wan Sreirot. I am a co-founder of Wrong International in Cambodia in one program which is called Indonesia-Cambodia Youth Initiative Program, which we call a short name is ICYIP. And this webinar is our sixth like our sixth topic already in this week. For our goal to create the program between Indonesia and Cambodia, because we want to get like the connection and good connection between Cambodia and Indonesia, between youth, and to exchange the culture and also another different sector as well. And for our topic for today that we are going to discuss about is about how Indonesia and Cambodia manage their creative economy development, MSME, and social enterprise as the new economic power. Yes, and so Henry, can you share like the slide for yeah, so that is all about my speech, so thank you. And like another thing is I would like to thank you for our speaker today, our two speaker from Cambodia. Um, and one keynote speaker is Mr. Vybol and Nimol. And also we also have another speaker is from Indonesia. And our moderator also from Indonesia for this week. And thank you everyone for participating as well. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Van Strayroad, for the opening remarks for us to welcoming this session. And for our information, our webinar have attendance list in the chat. So you filling out the list of attendance for your confirmation to come in this webinar. Before we invite our moderator, I would like to introduce her. Our moderator for sixth webinar session is Miss Thifal Syahla Apdafiota. She is the Human Resource Manager of Ruang International Indonesia, and also she is a Research and Development Officer at Amnesty International Indonesia, Chapter UIN Jakarta, ICU, and also she active as a part of International Studies Club in Indonesia, and also she's active in AIME Imaji as nation mentor in Indonesia, and also she's a English and Persian language teacher at linguo.id, and also she as the Moonscript Awardee of International Studies Club, Islamic State University of Syarif Hidayatullah, Jakarta in 2021. So, welcome Ms. Thifal. Please, the time and place is yours.
Okay, thank you for the MC for having me here. But before that, am I audible? Can you hear me? Is my voice clear so far?
Yeah, my voice,
Okay.
your voice
Okay.
clear.
Okay, thank you. But firstly, I'd like to remind you guys to kindly turn your camera on and turn your microphone off for the conductivity during the presentation. And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How is your day? And I hope that happiness will be with you as always. Never forget to thank God for His guidance that we can attain here without any obstacles, even though we have been facing hard time, pandemic of COVID-19, which we haven't known when it will end, but it's not distraction for us to be more productive, creative, and active, so that we can be here. We can attend for today's occasion, Indonesia-Cambodia Youth Initiative Program, or ICYIP 2021. It's the sixth webinar session with the title of How Indonesia and Cambodia Manage Their Creative Economy, MSMEs, and Social Enterprises as the New Economic Power. So my name is Apdafiota, and it's such a precious chance for me to be your master of ceremony, to be your moderator for today's event. And I'd like to welcome and thank you to the Honorable President of Law International and the Vice President of Law International, and to the distinguished, amazing, and outstanding guests and lovely participants here who have sacrificed all of you guys' time to be participating in this event in the sixth webinar session, How Indonesia and Cambodia Manage Their Creative Economy, MSMEs, and Social Enterprises as the New Economic Power. So we are now in the main session, in the session of presentation, which will be conducted by our speakers today. But firstly, I'd like to welcome to our speakers today. Welcome to Chea, Vybol, Intan, Melinda, Lazuardini, and Seoung, Nimol. Welcome to our event today. And firstly, probably I'd like to introduce our speakers today. Okay, for the first speaker, as this guest speaker, Chea Vybol. He is former American Corner Director in Siem Reap Province in Cambodia and bachelor's degree in economic development from Royal University of Law and Economics in Cambodia, master's degree in development studies from Royal University of Phnom Penh in Cambodia, and dual master students in entrepreneurship and project management at Royal University of Law and Economics Cambodia and the University of Lyon, two France, and a research and international relation coordinator at University of Southeast Asia, and civil servant in the Department of General Inspection, Ministry of Interior, Cambodia. Welcome to Mr. Vybol. Okay, probably I'd like to hear from our first speaker, guest speaker, from Chea Vybol for giving the speech. And for the occasion and for the time is yours.
Yeah. Thank you so much, moderator. My name is Vybol. Thank you so much for introducing me in our group. Regarding with this part, I would like to say thank you, and I would like to say welcome with all of you. Yes, my name is Vybol. I don't want to spend much time to presentation about me more because of I know the moderator is the presentation about me also, and especially I would like regarding with this part, I would like to say thank you for the program that provide a great opportunity for me to share about the it's me like social entrepreneurship, because of it's the way to promote the sustainable development and improve the cross-road economic in at the community level. Especially I would like to focus about in Cambodia situation, and especially I have a great time to learn more from your part, especially from the Indonesia. We can talk, we can dialogue, and we can change and share the experience, knowledge, and skill together. And especially this program provide to improve the quality life and living standard for all Cambodia, and contribute to the promotion entrepreneurship for all, and especially to promote entrepreneurship throughout the digitalization, because I know about the industrial revolution of 4.0 around the world, and especially we can deal and we can work together. As I told you before, it's mean like we can share, we can learn, we can exchange about the experience. Thank you so much for moderator, and thank you so much for all of you that count me in about this program. And I hope strongly believe that I will be share more about this. Okay.
Okay, thank you to Mr. Vybol for an amazing speech, and we are now moving forward to our main session. It's the main session. It's the presentation from our speakers today. So there was this first speaker from Indonesia in Miss Intan Melinda Lazuardini. Okay, let's welcome, and I'd like to introduce first for Miss Intan. Okay. Okay, so for the first speakers, she is from Indonesia, and her name is Intan Melinda Lazuardini, and she has some experiences in other organization or volunteering, and she is as the fundraising partnership at Commerce Indonesia and freelance transcriber and translator as well. And she has a bachelor's degree in English literature from Universitas Negeri Semarang, former English teacher at Sun Education Semarang, and former teaching assistant in Portugal under European Voluntary Service partnership with Apdafiota Foundation, and leaders for several international work camps in education, heritage, and conservation. Okay, let's our speaker today, Miss Intan. Welcome, Miss Intan.
Hello, how are you
Oh.
doing?
I'm great. What about you? How are you, Miss Intan?
I'm great, thank you very much. My name is Intan from Commerce, and I'd like to say good afternoon, I guess, for everybody. And thank you very much for inviting us, for inviting Commerce. And it's an honor for us. And nice to meet you all.
Okay, nice to meet you, Miss Intan. And I guess because this is the main session that we have been waiting for, the session where the speaker, Miss Intan, would like to give the presentation about regarding to our topic today. And probably I just like to immediately give the floor to our speaker today, to Miss Intan. The time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much for the time. Okay, so I'm from, as you know, that I'm from Indonesia. So talking about SMEs in Indonesia, it is actually the biggest pillar of economics in Indonesia because it plays 99% of Indonesian economics. And here I would like to share with you my presentation. Okay, can you hear me well? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Clear.
So, yeah. So I'm from Commerce. Commerce is actually a platform on a startup, social enterprise, and we are from Purbalingga. It is a small town in Central Java in Indonesia. So we are not based in big cities. And what we do is actually to have collaboration with SMEs by empowering village youth. Yeah. So here I will share with you about the background why commerce was found. It was first because in our small town there are so many villagers that are going from the rural to urban areas because they find it hard to get a job here because it is small town, right? And they try to get a job in bigger cities, and then on the other hand, there are many SMEs in Indonesia that they want to go to online business because, you know, as what Vybol said, that we are going to industry 4.0, so everyone is going online. No, everyone knows about how to use internet and stuff. So we will show you about the number of SMEs in Indonesia. So it keeps growing before the pandemic. So from 2016, it is around 61 million, and then in 2018 it is more than 64 million, and currently it is around 64 million. And from these 64 million SMEs, it contributes to it is equals to 99% of all businesses in Indonesia. So you can imagine about how big the SMEs part or the SMEs role in Indonesian economics. And from these 64 million SMEs, they absorb 117 million employees, and this contributes to 61% of Indonesian GDP. So this is very big. However, there are only 12 million of them that are already going online. This is because they found it hard. They cannot, it is quite hard to balance between production and also taking care of the orders. I'm sorry for the sound. And then, so what commerce do? We connect this between the village youth and also the SMEs. What we do is we train the village youth with e-commerce skills, and then after that they are listed in our talent pool, and we collaborate with the SMEs that need help from us. So the SMEs are not only from Central Java, where we are located, but also from all over Indonesia. So the SMEs will then hire or empower the villager that has been trained before. So by doing so, the SMEs can be more focused on their production, and then it will be all handled by our talents here. So that's what we do. Yes, and this is what we do. We have two main skills: customer service. We did this training for the customer service, and this is for the digital advertiser training. And this is for the note, this is before the pandemic. And we empower, this is our working space. This is where our talents working. So the SMEs are from all over Indonesia, but the talents are working from our place, from our working spaces. So they work in our working spaces, so we work remotely. This is why, this is how we then answer our problems. This is how we solve our problems of the village youth that go to bigger cities to get a job. By doing this, then the village youth, they just need to be here, and then they will be able to work and then got a job. That's what we do. And for this, we have been doing this for 3 years, more than 3 years, since 2017. And we have been collaborating with more than 700 SMEs. But for now, it is around 230 SMEs that are collaborating with us. And we are already training more than 1,300 village youth. But now only around 500 village youth are empowered. And by doing this, we are also able to distribute monthly income for the village youth for around 1 billion rupiah per month for them. So this is what we do. And by doing this, we try hard to solve both problems, two problems of the village youth, to solve the urbanization problem that I believe happens in every country, in everywhere, and also to solve the problems of the SMEs that they need a hand, they need someone to help them to be able to optimize their business on the internet, because not all of them are able to do it. And yeah, by doing the collaboration, I believe that we can create greater impact, and I hope that this will also give you some new knowledge probably, or maybe we can talk about this later on. Yes, and we have these 5 core people in our organization. This Mr. Novi Bayu Darmawan as our founder and our CEO, and he is helped by the 4 chiefs, chiefs of technology, growth, operations, and also talents. And these 4, we try to develop our business more and more so that we can get greater impact to both the society and also the SMEs, as they are the greatest pillar of Indonesian economics. So I think that's all from commerce from me. Thank you. Yeah. Thifal,
Okay.
yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay, thank you so much from our first speaker, Miss Intan, for giving the insightful information that can enrich our knowledge about that. But before moving forward to the next speaker or to the Q&A session, I'd like to firstly welcome to our keynote speaker, Mr. Vybol, to give the presentation. I'm so sorry for the mistake that I passed it before. Okay, so for Mr. Vybol, the time is yours.
I would like to clear about it. It's mean like that you want to make the presentation. Hello, excuse me, you clear me? You hear me?
Yes, it's clear.
Yes, okay, I will appreciate me. I try to find a share screen. Where is excuse me, you see my share screen?
Yes, we
Yes.
can see that clearly.
Yes, so regarding with this part, I would like to share about the social entrepreneurship that I work closely among of youth in Cambodia to build about the social enterprise in Cambodia. Regarding with this part, I'm not like to focus just only not focus about the situation in Cambodia. I strongly encourage about the youth initiative about the youth initiative amount of youth in Cambodia to build social enterprise. Yes, regarding with this part, I would like to share about the Chea enterprise. Chea enterprise, it is the part of entrepreneurship that it used to be before. It's been like the space of the program of American Corner in Siem Reap province, the program of American Corner in program of our American Corner in Siem Reap province. We have a program about the social entrepreneurship talk, and then after we sharing session among our youth, and then among our youth in Siem Reap province or another province to initiative idea to create the Chea enterprise. Yes, okay, let's me move to the next slide. Yes, Chea Enterprise, it's mean like that leading by me. Firstly, we have a vision to promote about the sustainable and the improvement of crossroad economic at community level. Mission to improve the quality of life and living standard for all Cambodians and contribute to promote entrepreneurship for all. And the objective to promote entrepreneurship through digitalization influence in Cambodia also. It is the picture for me. It is the picture of me. Yes, thank you. Yes, the background. Chea Enterprise encourage entrepreneurship through micro, small, medium enterprise, public and private sector engagement through education and private consultant service. We offer business education and leadership program for youth and women business owner. We include connection to large-scale sales opportunity. We have a joint national, regional, and international event that focus on building connection related to accelerator and incubator that support the entrepreneur. And one more Chea enterprise with the innovative idea to focus is to improve lives, make community stronger, and create positive social change. Regarding with this part, Chea enterprise to build connection with a national policy maker. For example, we would like to raise the one policy talk about one village, one product in Cambodia to build stronger community. Yes, okay. Yes, regarding with this part, I would like to share about the business model. The business model to support young women entrepreneur and using technology. As I told you before, the technology is mean like that industrial revolution is the most important. So that we try to build a connection about amount of young and women entrepreneur using technology will restore local economic recovery that focus on specific product available. And especially our program, training, workshop and seminars such as e-payment and e-marketing to build partnership and collaboration. It's mean like that. To build partnership and collaboration, as I told you before, it means that build connection with national, regional, and international level. For example, we strongly support about the national policy of Cambodia, and especially for regional. We try to build connection among our Southeast in Asia. For regarding with this part, we would like to talk about YCYIP program. YCYIP program is the most important for entrepreneurship program, especially to build connection among our with U.S. Embassy Phnom Penh in Cambodia and American corner. And one more, we would like to national level. It's mean like that we try to learn more about the new thing in from the United States to build and to run about our business, about our social enterprise to be effective and efficiently. And one more, I would like to focus that public and private sector engagement. As I told you before, I mean that public and private engagement is the strong importance to run about our program to be strongly. And a solution and project description, I would like to share about the problem and solution. The problem because of COVID epidemic in around the world, not in Cambodia, in around the world. So that we make about the economic situation is slow down. Especially I would like to focus about the, for example, the two engine of economic in Cambodia. We have a 4 point. Firstly, tourism sector, agriculture sector, and construction sector and textile sector. Regarding about 4 point is the make economy slow down because of COVID 19. And the solution, amount of youth in Cambodia, we inside us around of youth in Cambodia, 20 people share the idea and change the idea. We create the small one project called Sustaining Entrepreneurship and Enterprise Development Innovation Technology is the project enhance women and young entrepreneur by promoting local agricultural product as well as future agritourism throughout the use of innovation technology. Yes. One line with our vision, mission, and objective to enterprise and to create a sustainable solution for you who have become more vulnerable during this pandemic. To beginning at the crossroad level, we have a raise awareness and provide training modern digitalized business model. We allow with the predominates youth and women affected to be become entrepreneur and provide various product to end over a growing market. This we have restore quality life and standard of living and turn at a local economic recovery. Yes, the target and beneficiary. First target market we want to because of the problem and we set up the project and target market just only focus in Siem Reap province and the beneficiary people with disability, people living the remote area, people with the gender identity, people with lack of asset economic opportunity. Project target women and youth entrepreneur among 15 and 65 years old. And innovation and feasibility our project we will develop Phum Yeung app, Phum Yeung product app, and feasibility problem not having access to smartphone, illiteracy, the solution, the build partnership with microfinance who could provide a small loan, make the video to provide tutorial and training for the local community have a lack out to finance support to run about the social enterprise. Anti-enterprise sustainability model is to build partnership with public and private sector for fund and technical support. They include national, regional, and international level. It is also important for us continue to be creative, innovative in our approach to keep up with modernization and provide the best long-term solution and our beneficiary. Yeah. And regarding with this part, I would like to focus and talk about the actor to support our project. Our support project is mean like the financial support, app developer, academic and training institution, youth volunteer, and YCL alumni, incubator and accelerator. I know maybe everyone will be clear and understand clear about the incubator and accelerator, civil society organization, entrepreneurship association, financial institution, and dependent media. It is the best way that make our project that related to social entrepreneurship to be a stronger and have effective in the future. Anti-enterprise, we aim to create platform to network sharing, learning, and synergizing a business opportunity that can contribute to building the next generation economic with a viable and long-term solution. Yes. And I will go to enhance a conclusion. I would like to focus that our goal is to enhance local economic growth by strengthening micro, small, medium enterprise and create job creation to maximize contribution to the local national economy and connecting with innovation technology. Yes. Because the floor is finished, so I would like to provide the floor to the moderator. Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much to Mr. Vybol, who already gave us an information and it was very insightful for us. And thank you. Okay, I'd like to remind you guys, all participants, if you have any questions, you can kindly just put the questions on the chat box, and in the session of Q&A, question and answer, we will directly choose you to ask immediately to the speakers. Okay, once again, thank you to the keynote speaker. And now we are moving forward to the second speakers. Okay, for the second speakers, we have our speakers from Cambodia. As just now we have our first speakers from Indonesia. Now we have the second speakers, Miss Seoung Nimol. Okay, for Miss Seoung Nimol, the time is yours.
Thank you, Miss Moderator, for having me today, and I hope you guys doing well during these situations. And today it is my honor to be the speaker on the topic. Actually, this topic not related to my field, but I'm gonna share my perspective as the Cambodian youth on this topic. So please wait. Let me share the screen. Can you hear? Can you see my screen? Okay. So again, my name is Nimol, and you guys can call me Nimol. And currently, I am a new reporter intern at Cambodian, and also the bachelor student in international relations at University of Cambodia. Please wait a minute. Why I cannot move? Okay. Okay, so this is I'm gonna talk about Cambodia economic. Cambodia has made a substantial progress over the last 2 decades, achieving lower middle income status in 2015 and aiming to upper middle income status by 2020. And Cambodia economy fueled by textile, export, and tourism grew at an average real rate of 7.7% between 1998 and 2019, making it one of the world's fastest growing economic. So it is the one case that Cambodia, how fast Cambodia grew the economic, and we can see as we know that now it is the COVID-19 pandemic, so it's not only affect on Cambodia or Indonesia, but it is around the world. But in this case, I want to show that how COVID-19 pandemic affect on Cambodia. So in 2020, the economic grew at a negative rate of minus 3.1%. The steepest drop in Cambodia recent history, and Cambodia economic is predicted to begin in revive this year with a growth of 4%, result of provider internal condition and extraordinary government support. So the government saw the COVID-19 outbreak together with the delay rebound in global economic activity and ongoing financial market. Volatility represents a serious threat, and not only in Cambodia that we affect on these problems, but around the world and also in Indonesia as well. How we can say that when we affect on this cost, how about it is a online we are make a business used to online digital marketing. How can it help during this pandemic? So this is about yes. I want to talk about the entrepreneurship first. So the term entrepreneurship is used interchangeability to describe both the study how new companies are founded and actual process of launching a new business. And entrepreneur is a person who works a business concept and work to develop a product or service that people will buy, as well as a company to support herself. So to be the entrepreneurs, or you want to be a businesswoman, a man, you need to know that now it is the technologies, or we can say the digital business. So we need to have the leadership skill, or you have the great idea or innovation to build the business, and how does your business can help your society or your country. Especially I want to focus on the people in a countryside. How when you build your business, that it can help the people with disability or the women in the community or not during this digital business. So now let's move to about the MSMEs. We focus about the micro, small, and medium enterprises. So it's play a critical role in Cambodia economy, and it contributing to the country economic and social development. So MSMEs also help to promote economic growth, social stability, and development of the more dynamic private sector in Cambodia. In Cambodia, not only NGO or government, they provide the opportunity for the youth to contribute if they want to be an entrepreneur, by them create the programs. If the youth can have, if youth have an idea to start up the business, and they have a great idea, they have something like innovate, they can apply to join the programs, and then they train with the government or the NGO, and then after that they have the fund, to start up their business. And also the business can have the not only about the economies in Cambodia, but it also can have the women that in the countryside or people with disability by they they have the idea about the digital business, but the people in the countryside, some of them they are unknowledge, so they don't know how to build the business or online marketing. They don't know. So for the young people or youth in Cambodia, will be to buy a product from the countryside or from the women or from the people with a disability, to help them to earn money to support their daily lives by they can buy the material from them. So this is the one case that youth they have to want to start their business with the kind of digital business, and they can support another people in countryside as well. And I also and it's also similar to Asians, another Asian members that it's play an important role to job creations and income generation for low income people and most vulnerable portions of the opportunities. Yes, so now this is like what I mentioned, that Cambodia young entrepreneurs are taking advantages of social programs to start enterprise from scratch and help improve their communities. And conclusion that I'm gonna entrepreneurship has a potential to help the development of the Southeast Asia, also and a country by create more jobs and generating more national income, more income. Sorry. Generation more national income through a tech or improving living standard and bringing about the positive social changes. So this is about that. As a MES can have the people at the countryside, and they can have the society as well. So this is my presentation. Thank you. Give back the floor to Ms. Moderator.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Seoung, for your presentation, because our moderator have another issue with the internet connection. So I think I will back up her to enter to the Q&A session. Thank you for your presentation. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we enter to the Q&A session. So everyone from you can directly with raise your feature raise hand. And we choose some people to ask directly. So you can chat to the chat box for the question. Before other participants will deliver their questions, I need to give my questions to all the speakers. Okay, my question, my first to Mr. Vybol, Mr. Vybol. Yeah, my question is, which one is the biggest support to develop the craft economy, small, medium enterprises, and social enterprises the leading by youth in Cambodia. So is it external investment or government funding?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you can directly, right?
Yes, so let
Please.
me summarize for your question. Excuse me, you hear me clear? Yes, okay. Everyone. Yes, so regarding with my background that I used to study that related to economic development and social entrepreneurship, I would like to talk about the short analysis about the project that build connection amount of you to run about the project. I mean that as a short analysis, it's mean like that. Strong and Whitney, it is the part of international management of the project and opportunity and it is the part of internal management of the project. Regarding with this part, I would like to focus that now we are strongly support our project from Asian Foundation and U.S. Embassy Phnom Penh, Cambodia, because our two partner is strongly support about my project also, and especially I really strongly believe that we have a more partner. It's mean like that more sponsor or more donor will be support our my project that to be effective. Excuse me, my answer is to reply with your question or with yes.
Okay, that's all, Mr. Vybol.
Yeah, and I would like to add one more point. I'm so sorry because of at the moment my internet is have a problem. Yes, and one more, we have a big connection with Khmer Enterprise. Khmer Enterprise is work closely. It's mean like that. Khmer Enterprise is the part of Ministry of Economy and Finance in Cambodia, waiting to support my project also. But I think it's the big. I mean that. I mean at the. I mean that the big sponsor or the big donor of my project, Asian Foundation and U.S. Embassy Phnom Penh, Cambodia also. And especially we try to raise fund for other partner. It's like we want to spread our project not in Siem Reap. We will expand to other province in Cambodia also. Okay, thank you.
Halo sayang, anak pintar
Okay,
sayang, anak yang
thank you
ganteng
for.
sayang, pintar ini sayang, sama-sama mandi sayang.
Yeah, thank you for the answer, Mr. Vybol. It's great. I have another question to other speakers, especially to Miss Intan, about how the entrepreneurs or sociopreneur strategy in Indonesia to raise the level of business from micro enterprise to medium enterprise, or also to small enterprise, or maybe to enterprise.
Sorry, Jianli, I couldn't hear you clearly before. Could you please repeat the question?
Okay. How do entrepreneurs and societies in Indonesia to raise the level of business from the micro enterprises as a starting point for business to other levels like small business and small enterprises, and also as until medium prices. Yeah, I think you
Yes.
get the point.
Thank you for the question. First, of course, to change, we can say probably like the categorization. Of course, they have to increase their revenue because the categorization is based on the revenue, right? In order to be able to be categorized as small enterprises, they have to reach like 50 more maximum 30 100 millions like that. So I think in order to be able to increase their level or their level of categorization, they have to follow uh, the development of the business. In Indonesia, it is the era of Industry 4.0. So I believe that the businessmen, they have to be able to catch the development of the business, probably like by going online in order to be able to reach more, what you call it, the customers, so they can reach more customers so that they can get more revenues. And also they have to bring awareness about their products. It is the first thing to do, so brand awareness is very important. And then after that, they have to do innovation. It can be by probably going to online business or having collaboration with other brands or having creative advertising. They have to advertise more, of course. But yes, I believe that the answer is to keep up with the development and the environment of the business. We have to see it not as a, yeah, it is a challenge for sure. And I believe that, yeah, we can do it. And the micro businesses can reach the small or even medium businesses. Based on commerce experience. Based on commerce experience, sorry, we are actually helping the MSMEs, micro, small, medium enterprises. We have one, let's say one example of our users, of our partners. He started from only himself and also his wife only at that time. And then after that, he started collaborating with us by empowering one customer service at that time in 2017. And then after 2 years of collaborating, he is able to empower 29 village youth. So this you can see that the growth from them, from micro, I believe, because he only works with his wife, and then after that he collaborates, empowers one customer service only until 29 customer services. So he already reaches the small or even medium, I believe, small enterprises. So that's based on our case in commerce. Does it answer the question?
Okay, thank you, Miss In, for the answer. It's nice experiences from I think I have one question to our last speakers, Miss Seoung Nimol. The question is, as we know, youth business is increased during pandemic situation, Indonesia or also in Cambodia. So what sector that they choose, the favorite sector that they choose to help the economy, or maybe become another income for their self? Okay, you got the question, Miss Seung?
Excuse, can you ask again? My internet is unstable.
Okay, I try to asking the question. As we know, youth business during pandemic is increased. So what the favorite sector that is to help their economy or become another income for themselves too? So you got the point.
Okay, thank you for the question. Actually, in Cambodia, now for the youth Cambodia are interested in about the business, because now it is like in a digital business, and so they have the they have the ideas and they want to be. We see that in Cambodia are we can say the developing countries. So not a lot of people in province or in countryside that they know that they acknowledge and they cannot they don't have an idea about the digital business, so they just can have a small business like a small shop, a small stall at home. So they cannot earn a lot of money and they cannot support their daily life. So it is also the case that they cannot improve the economic in a country. So for the people or for the youth in they have the knowledge or they have ability or the great idea with the digital business. So they can the piece that can help the people in the countryside. That I mentioned that when they have supporters from NGO or from the government, they have an idea and then they have fund from another NGO to support their business, and then they also can have the people in the countryside, and then they can say is the one solution that can help our society or our community to can build more or can get income, not only for their own business, but also the people that they don't have ability to make a business. So it is can we can say that their business can they can get the profit from their business, and then they can help another people, and also some business they can like involved in society that solve the problem like about the environment problems, like they have an idea to create a business about related to a recycled plastic, and then they can have about people in countryside to collect all the plastic, bottle plastic, and then they have an idea to create a product from that plastic. So this is also the case that they can people in countryside get money, they can get income, and they also get money from their business as well. Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you for your answer, Miss Seoung. And I have another question from the chat for our keynote speaker, Mr. Vybol. I try to help to read the question is how Chea enterprises find out buyers for the products, and then the last Kim Chan Vybol.
Yes, thank you. So
Depend on your research.
yes.
When does Cambodia economic be? Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. First of all, I would like to say thank you for your question about Chea Enterprise. Yeah, Chea Enterprise can be found the buyer of the product that we try to build connection. Firstly, we have tried to build connection among of youth and higher education to become a volunteer, and then we provide training to them. We provide training to them that related to how to do the marketing strategy, how to do sales strategy, and how to manage the financial literacy, and especially when we build connection among our youth volunteer in the target area, and then we work closely with it's mean like that we work closely with local stakeholder inside our district and community to find a farmer in the target area, and then the youth volunteer can be provide training that related to marketing strategy or sales strategy or financial literacy to a farmer, and we try to find a market for them. We try to find market for them. For example, we try to find the I mean that I mean that the supplier and demand. I mean restaurant or hotel or the market need the product in the from the farmer. And one more, we try to develop app. The app we call a Phum Yeung product app. Phum Yeung product app, we store, we can booking about the product that related to agricultural product for the people live in the community. Yeah. And one more question. The question that related to Cambodian depend on the data research when the Cambodian economic will be grow. Actually, regarding this part, I would like to mention that especially the economic will be grow depend on the mostly around. I think that depend on the national level engagement. National level engagement is mean like that. It's mean like the ministry or the ministry in Cambodia that work closely and that work to promote about the local economic or entrepreneurship. For example, Ministry of Youth and Ministry of Youth and Sport in Cambodia now they try to find about the it's mean like the project that related to entrepreneurship amount of youth, and especially Ministry of Industry, Finance, Industry and innovation and technology try to build and try to promote and try to develop about the policy to promote SME micro small medium enterprise in Cambodia also. Yes, it is my idea. For sure that if you want to make when it grow, I don't know because of but I just know that no national state national level try to build connection amount of youth, try to build connection amount of the public and private sector. They try to work closely amount of this to promote and to build a stronger of the SME in Cambodia. Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you for the answer, Mr. Vybol. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
so sorry, one more, I would like to add one more point. Yes, the add one more point, I would like to talk about the no entrepreneurship in Cambodia, or to the way to promote about the local economic in Cambodia. Especially I used to I used to learn, and I want to share from the ADB research and World Bank research, and especially the USAID research that relate to focus about 6 points. Firstly, to focus that related to policy and leadership. It's mean like that. As I told you before, Ministry of Relevant try to build about the policy that related to SME. SME also, it's mean like that, micro, small, medium enterprise. And especially we would like to focus a second point, we would like to focus entrepreneurial culture. It's mean like that the technology is the high importance of the for the social enterprise. And third, we would like to focus support structure and organization. It's mean like that private sector and public sector try to build and try to work closely. Four point, I would like to focus that related to access market. Access market is mean like that the private and public try to find the marketplace for them. And 5 point, to focus that related to access to finance. It's mean like that to focus work closely with microfinance and bank to support a loan or small loan depend on the business of the size of business. And the last point, we would like to focus the human capital. It's mean like that now the government and private sector try to promote and try to find someone have high knowledge and high experience and high skill to promote about the small medium enterprise also. Yeah, thank you so much.
okay, thank you, Mr. Vybol, for the answer. I think we have another question from the chat box from Riddle Swars, and this question is addressed to Miss Intan from Indonesia. The question is how commerce exists in this pandemic situation, because as we know, many enterprises in Indonesia has decreased. Is there any assistance from the government or donors from abroad? is okay. You can survive in this situation. You got the question?
Yeah, okay,
Miss
thank
Intan?
you, Mr. Riddle Swartz, for the question. Yes, as we know, the pandemic really hits everyone hard, and it hits us hard too, because actually in 2019, before the pandemic, we were able to empower around 800 village youth. However, after the pandemic, let's say now, we are empowering around more than 500, not even 600. It is because of the pandemic, and the number of SMEs that collaborates with us is still actually not really significant decrease. It's still around 230 and 250 SMEs. However, the number of youth they empower is decreasing. That's the point. And how we survive is, thankfully, SMEs are one of the strongest, you can say one of the strongest economic business in Indonesia. So although many of them are hits hard, but some of them are still surviving. The ones that are collaborating with us still surviving, so we are still able to survive too, as we are very dependent on the SMEs too. And for the help from the Indonesian government, we had in 2000 last year 2020, we had the Indonesian Bantuan Insentif Pemerintah, Indonesian Incentive Grant, yeah, for last year. And then we also become winner of DBS Foundation too. So it helps us a lot to grow our business to be more sustainable. So that for now we are focusing on developing our technology, so that after this, if after the pandemic ends, I hope that we, after everything recovered, we can grow even more. We can probably go like 2 steps forward, like that. Does it answer your question, Mr. Swartz?
Okay, thank you Intan, for the answer. So we look at another question from the chat box. Come from Rianda Sutari from Indonesia. And this question addressed to all the speakers. How about the government regulations in Indonesia and Cambodia to support entrepreneurs as general and support the youth as specifically in both countries? Maybe it's time first to Miss Seoung. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you. For Cambodia, like I mentioned before, for youth enterprise or another entrepreneur, in Cambodia, like NGO or a government, they provide the opportunity, or they make the programs that all youths can apply for involve, and they just raise their ideas. What is their business? How can it contribute to the society? How can it give the benefit to the society? Or how can they help the people? How help the unknowledge people, and then when they raise their idea about their business, or they raise about something like innovation, and then especially if they have the leadership, some kind like if their ability relate to the requirement from the NGO or the government, they can apply. And then after that, the government or the NGO will train them how to start up their business, and then they will compete with another group from another youth that apply to join the programs. After that, we will find the winners that can have ability, or they can have a great idea to support another people, or to can support like to build more income for the people, and then they will get the fund from another NGO to support their business, and then they can start up it. It's not only if they think that I don't have money, I don't have fund, how can I start up the business? But the NGO or the government provide the program, and then I will give them a fund by they win the competitions, and then they can start with their business by this ways. And it is the great opportunity that the youth in Cambodia, if they have any idea or something about I want to start up their business, they can apply the program. Something like in Cambodia, I think Impact Hub Phnom Penh, they will create the programs that youth Cambodia can join this program, and then they get fund to start their business. Yes, that's all.
Okay, thank you for the answer. So I think Mr. Vybol have additional point for
Yeah.
answering this question, please.
Yeah, thank you so much. I would like to add some of point with Nimol. I mean that it's mean like that the government of Cambodia and Indonesia and Indonesia should be I mean that I mean that to work closely with them, they related to promote about the entrepreneurship. The first point I would like to focus that related to responsive business network. It's mean like that the business network is mean like that amount of youth in Cambodia and amount of youth and other country. For example, in Indonesia should be built closely and we work build connection with them by create. I mean like that co-project. It's mean like that co-project amount out between Cambodia and other country in the Southeast Asia, especially in Indonesia also. And for example, Chea enterprise, we work closely amount of project that we build closely a project to build connection with Vietnam, Thailand, and Laos and Myanmar also. Yes, this point is very important. And one more, I would like to focus that relate to amount of that related to entrepreneurship. We would like to focus that related to appropriate engagement platform. It's mean like that it's mean like that engagement platform that to focus about the I mean that in some of point I mean focus that on a co-project together. And one more participation in policy formulation and government leadership. It's mean like that now I would like to focus that we have an Asian meeting also, and then about the government of Cambodia and government of Indonesia should be concentrate that related to entrepreneurship in the agenda of the Asian meeting also. Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you for the answer, Mr. Vybol. To complete Cambodian side to answering these questions, and I think Miss Intan will answer for the Indonesian side. Indonesia, Miss Intan.
Okay, thank you. For Indonesian government, they give lower tax for the MSMEs. That is 0.5% for the MSMEs. So it is lower than the common business. And there is also, after the pandemic, there is in the government incentive fund that is given to the SMEs that are hit by the pandemic. And then they also give, they have national movement to buy, local products. So that is done by our ministry. And then the government also has a program that is to collaborate with marketplaces to market the MSME's product there. So this is like the support the government gives to the MSMEs in Indonesia. Yeah, and also in Central Java, our the government gives extra support by giving the MSMEs place to market. You can say like advertise their products on the Pak Ganjar's Pak Ganjar is our governor, so in his social media, so they can market their products there to build awareness that the MSMEs are exist like that. So yeah, I guess in Indonesia the MSMEs like a big has big support from the government.
Okay, thank you for the answer, Miss Intan. I think we don't have another question from the chat box or maybe for the raise hand from the participant. So we enter to the last statement from the all speakers. So I give for the first chance to Mr. Vybol. Maybe some words or some additional in the closing statement for your presentation and for your some point of view.
Yeah, thank you so much. In conclusion about this, it's sorry, sorry. At the moment, my internet is. It mean like that you want to know about the. It's mean like that the last of event. Hello, hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, excuse me. You can ask me again. Yes, sorry. At the moment, my internet is slow.
Oh, okay. I think I give you time to deliver the closing statement from you
Yes.
first.
Yes, thank you so much for your provide the opportunity about this program. And honestly, I learned much from your program, and especially in some of point I learned from other speaker and learn from the question asked me, and especially the great opportunity for me in the part to part for to engage me and count me in the speaker about this program. The topic that related to the focus on and social entrepreneurship is the way, but no, not in Cambodia, not in the Indonesia. It's me like that. In the Southeast Asia, it's very important amount of a word amount. It's mean like that important the topic. So my motivation or my inspiration, you should be involved and should be learn more about the social enterprise or social entrepreneurship, because it is the way to push about the local economic or regional economic into grow in the future. And especially we want not in Cambodia, not in Indonesia. It's mean like that we want to economic in the world. We want to our economic in the country to be stronger. Yeah. Thank you so much for my part. Yes, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Vybol, for your closing statement. I think for the next, I invite Miss Seoung for their closing statement. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. Today it is my honor, and I want to thank you again that you provide me the great opportunity that I can to be a speaker today, and I can raise or I can talk about my perspective, and also what I Cambodia youth can contribute to the feel like the enterprise. I it is I even though I'm not a study or it's not related to about the economics, but it is as I am a Cambodian, also Indonesia you'd be need to be learn more and to know about the MSMEs, because it is one that can improve our economics. Yes, so it is a good we can say it is that youth can be involved and learn to be can be a part to be create and help another people by our business. Yes, and through our economics. Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much for your closing statement, Miss Seoung. So the last but not least, I invite Miss Intan to deliver the closing statement.
At first, I would like to thank you for inviting me again to this wonderful event so that I get to know about how the SMEs and how the other organizations in Cambodia. And then I believe that SMEs have been a big part in our economics. So I hope that they will grow and even better after this pandemic. And I see a lot of inspiring things from both speakers, from Mr. Bol and Mrs. Song, and also from the questions. Yeah, I guess this is a very great meetings for us, and I can learn from all of you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Intan. So we close our webinar session, and I invite to our Master of Ceremony to continue the session. To Miss April, please.
Hello.
Yes, Miss April, please.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Wait. I want to start my video. It's still connected. Yeah. Hello everyone. Finally we come to the end of ICYIP. I'm sorry. Could you hear my voice? Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Finally, everyone, we come to the end of ICYIP at 2021 season 6. Before that, we will listening. We say thank you. After that, please to all people in this room to stay, to moderator, to speakers, and all participants here. Please stay here after we listen that because we have a photo session together. Could you the all participants to open camera to turn on the camera?
I invite to all participants to open your video and join us to take photo session.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, maybe it's enough, Mr. Janley.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe you can count it, and yeah.
Yeah, I try to picture so everyone can take a smile.
Everyone say cheese.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, again. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the last but not least. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you all.
Okay, thank you. All right, the photo session is done.
Stay safe and
Yeah.
stay healthy, guys.
Yeah, thank you to all speakers here, to Mr. Vybol, to Miss Intan and Miss Nimol, and all participants here to attend this webinar. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. See you.